I'm Seth in the Sweats.
I'm Easy in the Suits.
You're now listening to Sweats and Suits Podcast.
Now give me 2 claps and a Ric Flair.
Sweats and Suits Podcast. Got a hookah. I'm jealous past the hookah.
I do. You want some? I pass it when I'm done.
Past the hookah, B.
Go get you a tip.
Man, I got one in my pocket. That's how.
Hey, look at that. Hey, the regular hookahs. Can you change the flavor?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know. I didn't know. I don't know too much about the. I don't know too much about the not regular hookahs. I'm talking about portable, like the ones that you
the portable joints. Yeah. I don't really fuck with those either.
I haven't smoked when the bitches was first popular. I hit one of those, and it gave me a headache, and I never hit it again.
Okay. Yeah, man. That's damn. Let me see your hookah. What your hookah look like?
It's real cute. It's my favorite color. It's real dainty. You know.
Okay.
It's like when you got like 2 to 3 friends over. This ain't for no party. If you having a party, you got to bring your own hookah too.
Gotta bring the
Yeah, you got to bring the big boy. You know.
Funny shit is like at the beginning of the fucking quarantine, I had about 5 hookahs in my house.
You gave them out.
Here's how it happened. I had one of my own. I had one from this bar I always go to because they couldn't get it to work, and I was like, "Yo, let me take it home and work with it." So I took it home and cleaned it and figured it out, and I figured out why I wasn't pulling. I had that one at the house, but then quarantine hit, so it was just sitting in my crib. I have a black Hennessy bottle that I bought.
That you made out of a hookah? You made a hookah?
Somebody made a hookah for me out of a black Hennessy bottle.
Oh, that's fire.
And then I had a little baby hookah that I got for free because I always go to this hookah shop. And then
I was at a store in Atlanta, and I was walking by. I don't smoke hookah. I got to be in the mood to smoke it. Like I'll go like time and time without smoking. I'll go out to the club and I smoke it. And then when I want to smoke it, I be smoking it all the time. Right. And I went out to the West End Mall in Atlanta, and this dude was like, I was like, oh my God, that hookah's nice. He's like, I'll give it to you for $20 because you're cute. I was like, okay, that's what's up. How much the shisha and everything else cost? It came up to about 26 with everything. So yeah.
It pays to be fine, fam.
Yeah, you know, it do pay. Sometimes it pay to be fine. Sometimes it's a blessing and a curse.
We gonna talk about that.
Come with responsibility.
Yeah, we gonna talk about that picture that you posted today. Oh man, all right. All the vibes. I see what you was on.
It's funny. Jay just said the same thing. Are you guys under the impression that I was thirst trapping? Is that what you thought that was?
It was trappy.
It was trappy.
Trap-ish.
Hey, look.
Check out my hair.
Check out my hair.
Yes, check out my hair, but don't mind these thighs.
Wow. Okay. Because I'm like, you can't see no ass. I'm sitting down.
Nah, it's the thigh meat.
It's the okay, nigga. Do men like thighs more or the booty, or they like the combination?
Men like it all.
I like the combo. So would you rather a girl?
Hey, if you think from the above the knees to like that lower back, you're good.
He said above the knees to the lower back. Lonnie, his feelings. I don't know. Lonnie, you had your time.
Hey!
You had your time.
You're cute now.
You had your time. He had his time. Don't pay. Don't
we gotta pop in always.
Hey,
I pop in on everybody interview, so I'm being consistent.
Jesus.
Yeah.
That's
a fact.
Jeez, guys, you know what? I'm gonna go upstairs. Lock my damn door.
No, the internet better right here.
Only time I get privacy around there.
We too good right there.
You would have swore me and this nigga was married.
Man, I do.
Kevin Moore don't let me have no boyfriends.
Fam, after watching the skit, y'all got real chemistry. Like I wouldn't have been shocked if y'all was like, yo.
And that's why he really get on my damn nerves.
Together. Well, let me introduce the show while I'm sitting up here tripping. I'm putting all of that in there.
Right. Okay. All right. Go ahead. We started. All right.
Welcome to another episode of Sweats and Suits Podcast. I am the man in the sweats. And I'm by myself today because my partner had to step out of town, man.
Handling business.
Prayers to E. He's dealing with a family situation. So I went finna, delay no longer. He told me to go ahead. He sends his love, and he got a question he wanted me to ask you as well. But I'm sitting here with the lovely TK. You could tell him your real name.
My name is Takaya. So my name means lovable in Swahili. My first name means lovable in Swahili. My middle name is Nia. It means purpose.
Okay.
So you put that together,
Right.
you miss lovable purpose. You feel me? Everything is with love and for a purpose. Otherwise, I ain't it.
Black people love telling people what they name means.
All the time. You know what? But you know what it is? When I was younger, I used to not like my name. I used to think it was ghetto because I have an apostrophe in it that I don't use. My mom hates that. But I ain't asked her to put it there. So I don't know. We ain't discuss this. I know I have a choice, but I don't have to use it. But she gets so mad that I don't use the apostrophe in my name. But when I was younger, I thought my name was ghetto.
Man, mama named Clay. I'm gonna call him Clay. That's
And then she said, your mama name.
That's exactly how our parents feel. I named you this.
No, I get it.
You know.
Yeah, no, I completely get that.
So tell the people where you from, man. And
okay, born and bred in Brooklyn, New York. You know, I'm a Brooklyn broad. I mean, it takes some getting used to. That's a real statement. You know, most of the time you meet people, you don't know how they gonna receive your energy. So just don't put a P at the end of that because that pisses people off.
Not a P. Yeah, no, it's not.
Yeah, they do that with a P at the end to piss me off. So.
That video is still the funniest shit in the fucking world. I don't care what.
That was Lonnie's idea.
That is one of my favorite.
Right?
When dog was like, "Oh, your family coming?"
Oh, okay. That was my little sister in that video. That's my blood little sister.
That's tight. That makes sense. I'm telling you, fam.
She's not consistent, so we can't put her in skits. But
y'all came out of nowhere and was like, "We're in a relationship." The world wouldn't be shocked.
That's wild. Yeah. Everybody says that. It's crazy.
Yeah, people. I've shown people the videos, and they be like, "They dating for real?" I was like,
Nah, you get on my nerves for real.
They say they not.
They say they not. Nah, we not.
Maybe they trying to keep it low. I don't know. He ain't like when I said something about your thigh now. I don't know. He came over here kind of like.
Let me tell you, he think he my daddy. That's what it is. He think he my daddy, you know?
That's funny.
Like he gotta regulate.
Right. So how's your week?
Turn your ass around. I wish you could see how he just look.
I see. I know. I know he there.
You ain't got no kids. I'm the only one in this mug with a child.
Damn.
Well, mine. My bad, Jay. Sorry. I'm the only other person in this mug.
Hey.
Jay has
Jay Childish on the spot too. Tell him I want to do an interview with him as well. I'm gonna interview y'all whole crew. And I'm gonna put it out as a series.
Hey, keep it cute, my nigga.
Go outside. Just save me some. Thanks. They went outside too.
Wow, keep it cute. That's his advice, huh?
But it's really Lonnie and I have been working together for a long time, and from the first time that I met him, the way that we meshed on a creative level was just like it's something I had never experienced with anybody else that I've filmed with or shot with. And prior to him, because he reached out to me back in like 2014, 2015 on Vine. So I used to make videos on Vine. I filmed by myself. My skits were by myself. I played every character. I didn't film other people because I just am not. I'm not as good as the assembly part of things.
Okay.
When it comes to like skits. Right. So like I probably can't be a casting director because like getting people together. It's not a casting director. That's the person who sends out the call sheet. There's a person who sends out the times trying to get. You gotta mesh with everybody's schedule. Like I can't ever be that person in something. Right. So when I met him, he already had Fernarios established. He was part of his own team. I went and we just vibed. We connected like immediately on some just like, oh wow, you're creative, you're funny as hell. He's like, I don't need to. He says he don't meet too many funny women, like genuinely funny, not trying to be funny or being cute funny.
Like they cute, so it's funny.
Yeah, he's not talking about that. He's talking about some like nigga, you're genuinely funny. Right. And we just always vibe, and then we all stay together. So at this point, these mugs is in my business all the time. Okay.
Oh yeah.
All the time. And so like I'm pretty sure that me like living here has definitely enhanced the chemistry that y'all see on camera because we're around each other all the time. He and I have recently become close. Like on some like you're my confidant, I'm your confidant type stuff. But we've been working together for 5 years and I just used to film with them. And I would go, they didn't know who I was dating, who I was in love with. They didn't know that side of me. So now that I'm like, we all decided to be consistent. That's when we would change things. And then now we are here.
Are y'all living in the same space again? Like I know
yeah. So
back from LA, right? Correct.
Yeah. So I think we're in June. I think they're done the end of this month. So
Okay.
by the end of the month, they'll be back in Atlanta, but they'll still go out there to film next month. If everything goes as planned, because I'm going to drop my son off for the summer, we'll all be in LA at the same time next week.
Nice.
That'd be lit, you know?
Hey, get your ish off, cuz. All right. So you kind of answered my first question about like your start and everything. So you were on Vine.
Mm-hmm.
What do you like? So did your Vine kind of take off, and you know?
Yeah, so I
Vine
was one of those people. I never got super big on Vine, but I knew everybody on Vine. As far as like they used to have these things. There's a team called Zoo House. Shout out to Zoo House because I don't know what they're doing now, but they put together these things called Florida Super Vine. And
Yeah, I remember
everybody
the
from
Super
Vine.
Vine.
Yeah, so
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
how I got to meet everybody. Jay, you should definitely get a chance to talk to him if you can. He's a brilliant actor. I met Jay before I met any of these other guys. I met Jay back in like 2013, 2014, when I was in college and skinny.
Put the pressure on Jay for me. Put the pressure on
You
Jay.
said put the pressure on Jay?
Yeah, tell him like, yo. Come get
Hey
this.
Jay, I got you. They went outside. I got you. Don't worry about it. Don't even.
I fuck with Jay.
But I met him before everything else. But Vine was like, as far as social media,
Mhm.
being consistent, Vine was that for me. But my videos were, if they weren't skits on myself, it was me talking crap to the camera about things I cared about or things I didn't. Yeah, like that's really what it was. It was 6 seconds. Like, you know, what more can I do?
Get your shit off, and it was like the funniest shit. Like it was always funny. Like I remember when I got on Vine, I was like, yo, this is the dumbest shit I've ever like been on. But I was stuck. And I'm like, fuck, some of these people are really
Like TikTok.
funny. Yes, dude.
You're like, why? It's been an hour. You go to bed.
I hate that I downloaded TikTok, fam.
Me too. It's the worst thing I've ever done because TikTok is genuinely hilarious.
It's bullshit though, because it makes me so mad because I'll sit there and I'm like, all right, I'm gonna download it because I want to watch some of this shit.
Time all that stuff.
Next thing you know, I'm doing TikToks, and it's like, fuck. Look at me.
It gets me when I sit on the toilet and I be on TikTok. Then my legs fall asleep.
Man,
now I can't get up, so I'm gonna just sit down and try to wiggle them out. But I'm still looking at TikToks.
I lay down. I'll be laying down on the couch, finna probably like take a nap, and like I always have my.
You just start scrolling.
And I like it. I just keep hearing the same one over and over. I'm like, oh shit, I done fell asleep. Let me take this shit out. Fuck, dog. TikTok will get you.
You wake up thinking the song.
Man, you wake up, man. I woke
Classy.
up. Like, somebody gonna die today. Somebody gonna die. Like, dude, the fuck, man. How did I fall asleep like that? Shit.
No, for real.
No,
yeah, I started out on Vine with social media. I've been acting since I was like 9 years old. So,
how old
like,
are you? If you don't mind me asking.
How old am I?
Yeah, if you don't mind me asking.
I'm 27. I don't mind. I'm pretty. Well, I get, you're not supposed to ask a lady.
Yeah, that's
age.
why
I only use that when I feel like game is being ran. You know,
Right.
like, how old you is? I be like, your mama never told you not to ask a woman her age.
Right.
That's the only time I use that. But
because this is a genuine interview. Got you. All right.
Yeah, this is I don't mind. People be wanting to know these things.
Yeah.
I'm a Taurus. My birthday's May 1st. So I just turned 27 last month.
Oh,
but I didn't realize that I was still telling people I was 26 until today.
A damn Taurus? That's what you is?
Wow. Whoa. Hold up now. Chill out. Chill out. I ain't into all that.
My fault.
What you talking about? What's your sign?
Huh? I'm a Leo.
What? My best friend's a Leo. I love y'all. Y'all hate when people y'all love are mad at you.
Yeah.
I love y'all.
Crazy. But, man, Tauruses are so fucking you got to, like, throw them against the wall, like, to get them.
We like that shit. You know what it is? You know You know what it is with a Taurus, and this is why people fail with Tauruses, whether it's friendships, relationships, or even parent-children relationships. When you try to control the bull, you will always get a struggle. Just think about a bullfight.
Yeah.
You're going to get a struggle.
But
the moment you let the bull just come to you,
huh?
The bull is yours forever. And I try to teach that to everybody I am involved with. Relationships, if you going over niggas' heads, they be like, okay, and they still try to control the shit, and then they be like, oh, you're not submission is like natural, so that's something that the bull wants to do. But if you're trying to control it to make it do something, you're never gonna do it.
Like let me walk with you. Don't
let me walk with you. What's wrong with that?
Am
I wrong?
Leo, I know stubborn.
You know about the power. I know. My best friend's a Leo. She will call me, and then if I don't answer the phone, she will tweet about me, and then will call me again, and she'll be like, "Okay, because you got me messed up. Because I know you saw me call you, and you was on Twitter." And I'm like, "Damn, my bad. I missed the fact that you called me."
Petty. I'm
Now
not
I'm
that
arguing.
petty. I'm more of the type where it's like, say less. Like, I'm not gonna say nothing. But then when you see me later, and it's a little
That's the
cold.
male side of it.
It's a little cold. It ain't as
Yeah, and it's like, dog, I was asleep.
yeah. That
Chill
was
out.
good. That was good. Ain't as warm no more. It's like, hey, it's like, yo, what up?
It is what it is.
It is
And
what
he's
it
still
is.
my friend. He's still my friend. It is what it is.
Hey, it is what it is. You know what I'm saying? Like, sometimes you just gotta.
Yes, that's exactly how that goes.
Oh man. So how do you feel like? Well, first of all, we can't ignore what's going on in the world. As a woman,
Yeah.
like, and I've talked to a lot of my friends about this. It's like, as much as black men are going through, like, you gotta bring up black women. Like,
You have to.
they are. I was telling I think I was talking to Eric. We did a Instagram live video where we were talking, and I was like, fam, I feel so bad because it's like, fam, as much as we are scared to go out, they worry we not coming home. They're worried.
Yeah.
The worry for them is crazy, bro. Like, and I was like, man, the mental capacity on them is probably just as bad. And they're sitting here trying to stand at the front line and fight for us and be as strong. Like, can you speak to that? Like, what do you, as a black woman, what do you feel like, what I'm saying, as far as what the world is going through? Like, what has the pressure been on you? Like, has it weighed on you in any certain way?
I am a person who likes to be out in the street and protest. However, I have a 3-year-old, and I'm not taking him out there. I'm not. With the way that the cops are acting, like, it would have been something that I maybe. What was the last? There was another protest that I went to in Atlanta. Don't specifically remember. I think we were just marching, really. I don't remember that anything huge had happened. And at that time, I didn't have a child yet, but I would have taken my son to that because police were not, what they're doing now is like out of this world. I'm raising a black boy to be, and I can't raise him to be a black man. Society helps shape that. Along with prominent male figures. However, it is terrifying to know that my possible 8-year-old could go outside and experience that shit. It makes you like I know that, like, I don't know how old you are, but I know that in our okay, cool. So we're not you're a little different generation. We pretty much grew up on a lot of the same things. So you can understand that we will talk down on kids these days because they're so into technology and they're not outside and like how we was outside. But it's like outside is really scary now. Outside is very scary. So for me as a black woman, as a single black mom, it makes me pour into my child's father more. And me and him don't even really get along. Like it makes, because he pouring into my child, me pouring into my child's father makes my child's father pour into my son. So I need him to have his mind right, regardless of what our relationship is. My guy friends, I'm around guys all the time, so just making sure that they understand that they're appreciated. They're like, what y'all are doing, y'all are on the right path. Society it's some haters. So just understanding that it does put a little anxiety, because that's up from anxiety. So like it does put anxiety in my heart to know that they can go out, and these are these are calculated dudes that I work with. They're very smart, they're very strategic.
Very intelligent.
So even them, just for being in the wrong place at the wrong time and their police around, they can wind up in a situation that, can change my life forever, because I would be the person grieving from that stuff. But
exactly.
my biggest thing is just helping any way that I can. I know I'm not physically out there right now, but I'm signing every single petition. Yep. That, like, I'm trying to make these types of things happen. If I can donate, I'm donating. So I'm not in a huge financially free place at this point in my life to where I can just be like giving as much money as I feel like these causes deserve. But I still do understand or have a hard time with just accepting, like, it feels like a dream. I'm like, we're really waking up and this is what's happening. And one day I'm going to be explaining this to my son, or like me and my child's father, and shoot, even Lonnie and Mora and everybody are gonna have to explain to my 3-year-old at one point, this is how you act as a black man to not get shot by the police. And that's some bullshit to me. That gives me a different level of anxiety, because
it's crazy.
I'm a lioness.
It's like we have. It's a shame that we have to have a rule book just
to stay alive.
Just to stay alive, just so we don't offend or.
And that's what it is. Once you offend them, that's when you wind up in these positions.
Because I'm a big black dude, like.
Right.
Like one of the things that
alarming. You're scary. Oh my gosh.
I'm over.
Boy, you look like a teddy bear.
Man, I'm over 6 feet. I'm 6 feet, about pushing 380, 390.
Yeah.
I'm not a little guy. Never have been. And I look at the people that it happened to, and I think about like situations I could have easily been in where it's like just on my size alone, they're calling backup.
Right.
That causes defense.
Once they pull up and see who you are in the car, they're gonna say sit tight, and then 2 more cars are pulling up.
And like that I don't think they understand the defense mechanism that happens. Like how many times you done even been arguing with somebody and maybe their friend is there, and the first thing out your mouth is like, what the fuck you gonna do? Like, you know what I'm saying? Just because they friend walked up, even if y'all have an argument, like, what up? Like, no,
yeah. You can't control your friend.
Yeah,
you know what your friend gonna do,
man, before you get fucked up with you. And it's like, dude didn't even do nothing. So the cops don't necessarily even have to do nothing. The fact that they're there makes me feel a way, because it's like, I've been nothing but polite to you. I haven't, you know.
But because you don't like me for whatever God-given reason that I don't know, you are going to make my life a living hell.
You're going to make it hard for me to be.
For what?
Mm-hmm.
I got I saw a video not too long ago. I'm sorry, this is a little bit of a sensitive topic for me, especially as a newer mom. It's just like, I see videos, and I saw this specific video on Twitter of a police officer drawing his gun on a man. He was in the car with his girlfriend, and his girlfriend said, drive off. And that man drove the fuck off. He drove off. Because it's like, what are you drawing your gun at me for?
Yeah, no, I'm going to go to
All I said was, can I help you, officer?
I'm going to go to the police station. I'm going to drive to the police station. Somebody else going to talk to me.
The last video that I have seen of a black man dying, and because I cannot watch videos like that.
Oh,
I can't.
It's tough.
I see the beginning, and once I understand the vibe of what's going on,
what's happening?
I'm like, no, I cannot watch things like that. But it was Philando Castile, and you could actually see that man getting shot in the video. Yeah. Or hearing him getting shot in the video with his girlfriend sitting right next to him.
That's crazy.
And a child in the back seat.
Why are you firing a gun with the child in the back?
With a child that should immediately be illegal if the person has no firearm.
Yeah, it doesn't matter like who.
And most thugs that's riding around with a gun, they not shoot, they not blowing gun, they not willingly taking a gun out with a kid in the back.
They got rules.
They got codes.
It's codes. Like, I don't think
and that's the problem. The street is dead because and I don't mean us as black people. I mean the cops ain't got no fucking codes.
Facts.
All of them 99, 52, all them shits they be saying, they don't live by none of that.
Streets is dead, B.
When the last time you heard a cop say a code after they done killed somebody? Nah, they do what they need to do to try to clean up the situation as much as they need to clean up the situation. And then
they calling it in.
They call it in.
But that's even like the dude who was running from the police and got shot. And they was like,
Army. He was in the military.
It was, like, I don't agree.
He said that's going to be a closed casket.
Yeah, I don't agree with what the young man was doing because he was live running from the police. But it's like, fam, you didn't have to kill him. He didn't have a weapon. And then to say that over his body, not knowing that he had
How do you sleep at night?
Yeah, fam. I don't know. That's
a lot of police officers to me are, and I have line sisters that are police officers. So I know people close to me that are.
You got line sisters.
Yes, I'm a member of Delta Sigma Theta Sorority Incorporated.
Okay, Delta.
You know, I ain't got no. My octave don't go that high.
Yo,
but
off. Yo,
yeah, it don't.
It ain't
It's a
Uber,
hit or
man.
miss.
What up?
It'd be a hit or
Alright.
miss. I'm not even gonna hold you. But ever since I crossed, I'd be like, oh no, it's not doing it. Why yours do that? Mine don't do that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
So,
know
but
some
then,
good Ubers. Shout out to my Delta homies, man.
yeah, we the best. We the best. You know.
So y'all, you good if you come here. If you want to come to visit Milwaukee, man,
Hey, you know why I'm gonna come to Milwaukee?
bring
Because
people.
Lonnie put me on to roast beef sandwiches. Dog, I gotta come
You didn't
so
know?
I can get.
You
First of
didn't
all,
know?
I didn't know. This man came to the crib. He came back to the crib one day. He was like, "You ever try roast beef?" I had him marinated for 10 days. Like he did not want to let it sit for the whole 10 days. I was
Right.
like, "You gotta let it sit, yo." It was.
Told you, man. A roast beef sandwich, you ain't never, man. Come to the city. Come to Milwaukee.
It changed my life. It really did.
Yeah.
It really did
Yeah.
change my life.
Yeah.
But just on the back to
Bring it
the
back.
whole police,
Bring
like
it
police
back.
situation and everything. I know because we'll go for a tangent. We got good
Oh,
energy.
God.
I just genuinely it pisses me off as a mother. It pisses me off as a Black woman. It pisses me off as a protector to know that this is the world that we are still living in. Like,
That's a fact.
grow up. All Jay eats his pizza.
Tell
Jay,
me.
you next on the interview, so
Jay,
you gotta clear your schedule. Come
pull up,
here,
bro.
man.
Come here.
Oh man, I ain't got my good shirt on. I only got on the hoodie
Hey,
today.
bro, you don't need your good shirt, man. What's happening, bro? What's good? See, that's what I'm a huge fan of. Hey, man. Hey, you got to do an interview too. I'm interviewing the whole crew. Like that's it.
Okay. Let me know when.
I got you. I'll write you on IG. I'm Sweats and Suits
Yeah.
Podcast, bro. My name is Seth.
I'll send I'll send you his Instagram.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, bro.
Bro.
Oh, absolutely.
What kind of pizza you got?
The normal one.
What's the normal pizza? Cheese?
Pepperoni and
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this
Oh.
don't put pineapple on. I hope it ain't no pineapple on pizza.
No, he already drank Dr. Pepper, so if he had pineapples on it, we couldn't be friends.
Oh shit.
You know? Yeah, I know. That's what he said. The same thing. Dr. Pepper is barbecue water. But anyways,
You know what? I'm not gonna act like I've never drank Dr. Pepper.
I have. That's how I know it's barbecue water.
I don't even know what it tastes like. Like Dr.
Disgusting.
Pepper.
Don't do it. It's nasty.
Pepper.
It's so nasty.
Dr. Pepper tastes like Dr. Pepper.
Yeah. It tastes like anything else. The
Anything
closest thing is
tastes
barbecue
like
water,
something
though.
else.
The closest thing is barbecue water.
Right.
And you add some hot sauce to that bit.
Right.
And then that's it right there. That's the
But absolutely. I'm gonna probably put Black Lives Matter like right up here anyway. So just to kind of bring it all back, like, you know what I mean? It's tragedy. I'm kind of happy the world is like kind of noticing. I'm happy the way some of these companies are responding. It feels good to see some of them.
mixed feelings.
Hey, I even
So,
though
I feel like
you
it's
know
becoming a PR thing.
it is, but you know what? How else are you gonna get that response? Like it took them fucking shit up
You're right.
to
You're
at
right.
least get the response. Now, PR or not, make them acknowledge it.
Hey, Lonnie, when you make the roast beef again? Sorry. Continue.
No. Like even at least make them acknowledge it. Make them say something. Like that's so even if it's a PR move, the fact that they have to acknowledge it, it's that big. It's to the point where now it's like, all right, we got to say something.
Yeah. Okay, so I mean, if you look at it that way, yeah.
That's how I'm looking at it. Because before, like stuff will happen and nobody would say anything. But I'm talking about I done logged into Call of Duty and they got Black Lives Matter right in the
Netflix, everything. Yeah. So the people are waking up.
Oh,
I think that our white allies are going to be more important than ever now because they have to use their privilege in order to break down barriers for us to get to these doors. I mean, Black people we can do it by ourselves. Don't get me wrong. It just take longer. It just take longer. But for what we're trying to do right now, I feel like we have to have a lot of white allies to step up. I come from Caribbean descent. My family's Jamaican, so I am super Afrocentric. I'm super into my roots. There's a term that we use that I grew up on called Sankofa. And Sankofa is it's a Sankofa bird. Okay. That's a symbol. But Sankofa basically means if you cannot get where you're going without knowing your past and your history. And that goes for white people who live in this country and don't know what the hell is going on. It goes for Black people who live in this country and think they're different than Africans. That goes for Africans who know Americans and don't relate to American. That goes to it all. I can go on. I used to be a history buff, so I can go on and on for days about just the state that our culture is in right now. It's super tragic, and it's piss poor that we are doing this shit today.
Right.
Like my great grandmother was doing this shit.
Yeah.
She died last year at 98 or 99.
So she's seen it all.
So she saw it all, you know, and I'm
She
even
saw
in
it.
Jamaica, you know, so from just to know that it's still a thing is super discouraging. It's super discouraging. And I feel like this is more than time forever. More than ever, it's a time for us to band together. I think it's a perfect time for Black people to talk about colorism within Black people. The people are trying to deter that conversation as well.
Right.
Because I know we're against whites and racist people right now, and it's like, nah, but we need to get all of this shit together while we dealing with this.
Facts.
Might as well just get it out and nip it in the
all
bud.
together. Yeah, let's do it.
Colorism is a thing. Let's talk about it. Classism is a thing. Let's talk about it. Amongst the Black community in itself. So let's just get
we
it
gotta
all
stop this
out
light skin
of the
on
way
purpose.
so that we can, yeah, exactly. So that we can genuinely be connected.
Gotta
And
stop.
granted, there's always going to be people that don't agree. But when you look at slavery, and I'm so passionate about this topic, it's crazy, trust me. When you look at like slavery and things of that nature, there were people who wasn't with it, but they got what? Left behind.
Right.
Because once the masses started getting with the program,
Yeah.
they got left behind.
Yeah,
in order for
because it
things
took
to
them forever
change,
yeah.
yeah, I'm not gonna say I'm for violence and destroying, especially Black-owned businesses. But Black-owned businesses need to make more of a presence in their communities.
True.
No shade. I don't think that their businesses should be destroyed, whether they do or don't. But
if
make
you,
more of
the
a
more
presence
you do
in your
for-
community so
the
people
more you
know
do,
who
people
owns
will
this.
belong.
Go speak to your neighbors. Go talk to people in the community. You know, I'm real passionate about not just doing things for convenience, but just for us to, as Black people, to really band together. And that is why, synonymously, while we're dealing with racism against white people and police officers, we also need to be dealing with home as well. On you're lighter than me, but I knowing what I know now, what I might have said about light-skinned girls back then, or what I might have said about dark-skinned girls back then, it's, it's ignorant.
I can't lie. I might still throw a couple of light-skinned nigga jokes.
No, but I'm saying, with some joking, I think as Black people, we understand a sense of humor across the board.
Yeah, because
when it's a joke kind of thing. But I'm talking about the shade that we do, especially
girls who
even
still got text messages from 2010, fam.
They do, and be having their re-receipts on, so I know. Hey, look, I think it's funny. I think it's cool to joke around about it, but I'm talking about the actual deeply rooted issue.
I get what you're saying.
The thing Spike Lee was talking about, so the stuff like that, I feel like also needs to be dealt with in the same breath. But the state that our culture is in, the things that we're dealing with, the things we're battling with as a Black woman, to completely answer your question, it gives me anxiety. I don't know what the fuck is gonna happen tomorrow.
Yeah. I ain't gonna lie. I know you
scary as hell. My son riding around my baby daddy, and you don't know what the hell can happen.
Yeah.
I don't know how. You know how much years of therapy a kid got to go through? They see they parent getting shot in the back seat.
Oh no, that's a different type of torture. That's different.
But that's what's happening. So
it's real. I know you said you're not really with the violence and stuff and the rioting.
No, but I get it. I definitely have more. I'm not gonna. No, I didn't say I'm not with the rioting. Talk about us against Black communities. Yeah.
I don't want them to fuck with the Black stuff.
But
Greens ain't Black.
Yeah,
ain't Black. Could give a damn. Go get your TVs, fam.
Hey, G, look, it's what you don't know is it's more expensive over here. Go ahead and get that.
Right.
Grab that up. Give me one too, sis.
Hey, as a matter of fact, sell it to me so I can resell it at a cheaper price.
It's like one of those things where you got to get somebody to pay attention. You got to wake people up.
Gotta wake up.
And white people care about their stuff. They care about their stuff. They don't give a fuck about us. They care about their you said it. They what?
And dogs.
And dogs. Their stuff and dogs. This is very true. Don't hurt an animal. Don't hurt an animal. They going for the death penalty.
White people will kill you over.
White people will fucking kiss a lion in the mouth and cross the street with a Black person on the same side of the street.
Man, y'all watch the Tiger King?
Let's be y'all. Carol Baskin.
Man, definitely.
They'll beat their husband to the damn tiger and cross and clutch their purse when a Black man walk by. Make it make sense, Sally. I don't get it.
Lock that bitch up, bro. I'm sorry. Lock Carol Baskin up. She did it.
You know they just came
out. She did it.
They figured out that his will was forged.
Oh,
like
she did
was fake.
it. She did it, Phil.
I didn't even watch the whole thing. I watched enough to know that she did that shit.
I know.
Whatever they say she did that shit.
Whatever they say
They said she did.
She did that
She
shit.
did that shit.
Okay, cool. We don't, but that I'm glad. That's kind of one of the main reasons I was excited to interview you, because it's like, and one, to interview a woman, somebody who has status of, like, you know what I'm saying, who's building herself up.
You think I got that? Regular dude.
Like, you're building yourself up a really nice platform.
Try. I'm trying.
Whatever. You're building yourself a really good platform. You're working with the right people, and you're being seen. So to have you say it means a lot. You know what I'm saying? To be able to talk to you.
Yeah.
And somebody who has a son, like, I didn't know that. Like, this is my
Yeah.
chance to really kind of get to know you, and people to get to know you if they, want to check it out. You know what I'm saying? So, but thank you for that, because I know that's a touchy subject.
It is. It's one of those things that I've had to just, before I respond to anything, especially before I say anything on social media, I am quiet for a few days. When things instantly happen, I normally never respond.
I had to make a status, like, because I was like, look, don't take my silence as.
Yeah, I have to process this. I gotta know what the fuck is really going on and how I genuinely feel about it and what's happening and things, and just things of that nature. And I know that the feeling is always a feeling of sadness and disappointment, but just to understand and grasp the situation, not in the matter of who's right and who's wrong. I don't give a fuck who's right and who's wrong. You shouldn't be killing no man because he disagreed with you. As a police officer, that shit's stupid.
Yeah, but see, I look at it too, like, man, it was hard. Like, you know what I'm saying? I wrote, like, I told him, like, yo, I cried a few times, like, trying to just thinking about stuff, just wondering where this world is going. Like, I got 3 boys, so.
Oh,
yeah.
Hey, parent life. Happy upcoming Father's Day.
Hey, man, thank you. You know what I'm saying? We're going to talk about that too, because people don't really give a fuck about Father's Day like they do Mother's Day.
You will talk about that? That's a good topic. That's a good topic.
Now that I got you here, you know what I'm saying? Like, I somebody this. They don't give a fuck about us. Walgreens got a little end cap of shit.
They do. The Father's Day card is fully stocked.
Mother's Day? Oh,
everything be empty.
Whole aisle of Mother's Day shit. Father's Day, you get an end cap. You get that little side where it say number 1 dad, some weak ass ties, a couple of
and they never be sold out. They never be sold out. Hey, look, you might be a good dad, but most of these men is not good dads. Most of them, they not stepping up to the plate.
So what? We still but it's enough of us to deserve that. Okay.
Look, my child's father just started really, getting back in and doing what he needs to do, whatever. And it took us a while to get where we are. My son's 3, so I still think that we're pretty good on timing as far as that.
Right.
But I ultimately you got to see. A lot of men want to be dads off convenience. And moms have no choice but to be there. And when a mom doesn't want to be there.
At the younger ages, it was tougher. It was tougher to find.
Because you want your freedom.
Not even freedom. It's just tough to find out when the fuck I should step in. Like, it's harder. Like, where a mother has the natural instinct to be able to grab a kid, stop him from crying, put to sleep, while the daddy's sitting up
has to learn that.
While the daddy's sitting up there with the baby, like, I don't really, hold on, wait.
Yeah, it's more of a chemical connection with a mom, and with a dad, it's like.
And you be sitting there like, you don't want to beat his back, you tapping him, and you like.
You being real soft.
Look at my fucking hands. I'm sitting, trying not to kill this kid's back. Like, come on, man. Like, it's tough early.
What am I supposed to be doing here?
Man, it's tough for dads early. The best shit we could do is just lay them on our chest while we play the video game.
That's exactly what my child father used to do. I had no problem with that. I thought that was the actual a good thing. I thought that was a pretty good thing. Huh? Oh, some Cabernet. It's my favorite. That's my drink of choice. It's always one of the choice. People don't. That's how you know you're a real wine drinker. This didn't happen until I became a mom. I did not like red wine outside of sweet bread until I became a mom.
Oh, nice. So, as far as like making videos, right?
Mm-hmm.
Where does a lot of your inspiration come from for your ideas? Like, you've done a lot with Lonnie as far as like his scenario stuff, but like on your specific page, like where do you?
I'm so happy you asked that. So my brand that I'm building is Relemedies, which is relatable comedy. I literally came up with that name by myself randomly. My bachelor's degree is in speech communication. My master's degree is in entertainment business. So I'm real good with words. And
you smart as fuck too.
Just a little bit. People be thinking I be just beating people up and be loud. all day.
You are from Brooklyn. Y'all
My bro,
y'all
come
know
on,
a bunch of people.
Bro.
Math Hoffa. Y'all
bro.
know-
I ain't beat nobody up in a minute. How first people out?
What's the
No,
name?
it's been a while.
I feel
Like
you beat
actually,
somebody
like
up.
the
I
last
feel
time
like
I
you
got
beat somebody
split,
up last year.
like do relationships count? Because he hit me first. I'm not talking that.
First of all, your look to the left was like,
Okay, like an actual fight. I mean a fight where I was like, yeah, we're fighting each other. That was 2015. That's when I graduated Clark Atlanta.
oh,
It's a long time.
yeah.
No, damn, no, I slapped somebody on my birthday this year. But look, we'll talk about it. Okay, it wasn't a fight though. She did hit back. So
Nah. Because
I
usually
was doing
Brooklyn
good.
people, yeah, you slapped it. Yeah. You
But
slapped
it
her,
wasn't a fight.
Huh?
It wasn't a fight.
I bet she didn't want to fight.
She did. We didn't fight. I walked away because I
You wanted
slapped.
to
That's all I
fight.
needed to do.
She wanted to fight, you slapped her, and then all of a sudden she wanted to talk.
They just kind of like took her outside, but I just stood still.
That's a
Look,
fight.
you incriminating me right now, just in case
Oh.
you're trying to sue some shit. So
Sorry. You
I
didn't
wanna
slap
say,
her.
they
You
gonna
just
sue me.
high fived her face.
That's exactly what I did. I was just trying to make sure that her eyebrows was good. But I'm like, girl, you good?
Ooh,
You
I'm
got too
gonna
much
add-
makeup
I'm
on
about
your
to-
forehead. That's
I'm
all I
gonna
was
add a
saying.
slap.
She
I'm
was
gonna add a
sweating.
slap noise somewhere. in there.
She was
That's
sweating. But my inspiration, like for my specific skits, it's weird. Like the way, like, and I'll send like Lonnie and Maura and Jay my scripts, and they'd be like, the way that you write is you're a great storyteller. So my mind only works in like as far as YouTube goes and writing skits or episodes, it works in episodes. So like shit got to like continue for the most part for it to make sense to me in the beginning.
Yeah.
But a lot of my inspiration just comes from things I've seen, whether it's on social media repeatedly, whether I've experienced it, whether it's a friend that I've seen or a couple friends that I've seen go through it. It's usually based off of some kind of experience that I had. Knowing which is my personal experience, that's the difference. But
It depends.
but a lot of my content is really based off of like just things I see and I'm like, yo, that's hilarious.
I like the
Or I
thought
see
and bopping one.
I notice a pattern, like I see that so much. So
The latest one that dropped, I liked. The thought
Yeah.
and bopping one, that was funny. That was really.
you said the what?
Didn't y'all say thought and bopping or what was it?
Yeah. That's one of my favorite terms. I used to use that on boyfriends when they would like be like, yeah, I'm about to go hang out with the boys. They're like, oh, you about to be out here thotting and bopping, looking good for these hoes, When I be going out, I'll be like, oh, I'm about to go outside and thot and bop,
That's funny.
Funny. It's a little coin.
That was a real good one. Like you and her, I cannot think of her name. What is her name?
Tiffany.
Tiffany. You and
Tiffany
her have a really good. Y'all have a
Thank
really good
you.
chemistry as well. Like
Yeah, people were mad at that though. They were like, "Oh my God, yeah, women be like this." But the series was inspired by men. I got that really be like this, but it's so funny. If my page has to be the place where men release their frustrations, women be like this, and women. I don't mind that. That's funny to me. They did warn me though. The guys did warn me that guys do be having a problem with seeing things the other way around. They be like, damn, yeah, bitches ain't shit. We hate y'all hoes. This is why I ain't in a relationship now. So, everybody ain't gonna take to it, but it is what it is.
they're gonna get in there and tear y'all up.
They are. I love it though. Like if that's the reaction I'm getting, like, damn, y'all ain't shit. That's the name. That's the title.
I just laugh because it's so funny because I know some chicks who don't really. They're just not. They're not super affectionate. So when they guys like, hey, like they'll be like, I'm just trying to go with my homegirl real quick. Like, I need some space. Like, I done had.
And all women are not doing that.
No, I done seen guys like really tell their chicks like, you like the man in this relationship type shit. Like, I know some real.
Because they're not as. My mom is not super affectionate. I am affectionate because of my dad. But my mom is not affectionate because her parents aren't affectionate.
But
so like
a relationship though, because you're kind of funny, you do the skits, you having some popularity. Is it hard for you to find a guy who wants to deal with that side of you, like because they're afraid they're going to become the next skit, or they're afraid that they can't necessarily keep
Oh.
up with a lot of the stuff that you deal with, because I know, like, you know, it seems like this is how it seems. I'm not saying that this is all the time true, but when a guy is doing that, it's easy
Okay.
for a woman to kind of be in the skits as the woman, like as this girl, like, because they're just playing a little small part. It's funny, it's cute, but it's harder, I think, for a guy to maybe follow the direction of a woman who's writing a skit, because it's like, oh, I have to be the not trophy, so somewhat trophy piece.
That's a good question. Yeah. Like you're the I think my answer to that last part of your question first is that the team I have is fucking phenomenal.
Yeah.
And they are men who of course have egos and they get on my goddamn nerves. They genuinely do. But that's how I know I love them, because I'm an unbothered ass individual. So like, they get on my damn nerves. Like, we just got to argument yesterday about some bullshit. Like we genuinely bicker. We go back and forth. It really is like a family oriented thing. We work it out. We might give each other space, and then we be like, all right, nigga, like, I'm gonna lick your face. I'm gonna lick my finger and put it in your ear. You'll get over yourself. Like, you know, like we get over it fast. So in that aspect, because the guys that I use, you said what?
I said, like, yeah, we're gonna get over it. Like, I'm just stick my finger in your ear.
Yeah. No, it had froze for a second. Yeah. So like with these that. Yeah, like we'll be good, because by the time as long as you over this shit, by the next time we got to film, it is what it is. We can talk about it. We're not gonna disregard if you were really mad or anything like that, but we'll talk about it eventually. But so with them, yeah. So with them, it's more so. Yeah, their egos are not involved. They don't be having as many problems with being told what to do. But they help me out as much with my content.
I'm specifically talking about like the spouse, the guy, the boyfriend, the boo.
So my problems actually don't even. My child's father, when we were in a relationship, I was filming with Lonnie. Me and Lonnie had actually probably started filming a little before this time. And it was a video we filmed, and it was called When Bloods Have Sex. And I remember getting woken up by my baby father, who he wasn't my baby father at the time, but he was my boyfriend at the time. And I remember getting woken up by him and him saying, "What the hell is this? This is inappropriate." And I was kind of just like, we're acting.
Right.
It's a skit.
Right.
Like, I don't understand. So if you have if I dealing with the situation like that made me realize that I have to essentially mess with somebody in my field, or mess with somebody in my realm of doing what I'm doing, kind of thing. That's why I wasn't mad at B. Simone's comments, because I felt like it was just a preference. Maybe she didn't explain everything, right?
Yeah.
But
I wasn't mad at
But
her.
people were mad at her because she said she wanted an entrepreneur. Granted, the way she explained what the difference was might have been a little like, okay, I understand. Yeah, you shouldn't say that. But that girl, what will she want? I am at this point in my life where I probably cannot date anybody that is not in some type of entertainment lifestyle. So whether it is that you do music, or you're an actor or a comedian, or you're on the radio, like, it would have to be some type of other thing. It would be great to just mess with a person that's low key. I love the idea of that, but I just don't see that happening in my life. But yeah,
I think it can happen for you. I just feel like when people understand what you do coming into it, like, I can understand why maybe, okay, if me and
that's a huge part of it.
If me and you are dating and then you start doing this shit, all right, who is this Lonnie nigga, and why is he like, this is a little
all up on you in these skits, right?
Like, this video, it rubbed me the wrong way. But if I come into it like, I know who Fenarios is, I know who you are, like, I know what y'all do, I have to. It's already established. I can't come in knowing what you do and be like, no, I'll change it. No, you've been doing this before I got here. I have to respect that, and I would hope that somebody would be able to do that.
Yeah, so the problems that I wind up having are because the same thing that men fall in love with about me is the thing they try to change once they got me. and that's why I'm still single.
Ooh.
Like they'll be like, "Oh my God, you're so upfront."
They
That
love it
being
at
upfront,
first. Oh.
yeah, they love that. That's the same reason they fall in love. The same reason they're intrigued. They're like, "Oh my God, you're so vocal. You voice your problems." And then when I'm disagreeing with them, it's you're aggressive. It's, oh my goodness, like you're a grinder, you work hard. Then when I didn't hit them back, when I said I was gonna hit them back,
You do too much. You're doing too much.
I'm being sneaky. Yeah, like it's things like that. So I think that's more so my issues as it comes to relationships. I haven't experienced yet like a guy that genuinely that I've met and he's like, oh my God, who is this guy? Or it's come in like, who is he? I don't approve of this. Because if I met a dude now and he didn't approve of what I'm doing, we can't date.
Right.
It just is
It's
what
not,
it is.
yeah. It's your
I'm doing
lifestyle.
this,
It's your
so,
lifestyle
yeah.
at this point. It's definitely your lifestyle. So like,
yeah, that's what I'm saying. So like you're trying to change. Yeah, and that's why it never works out because it starts to get me an attitude or tension starts to build up when I'm constantly telling you or having to reassure you of something I've never tried to make you unsure about. You know, so that's something that would just be like, it's a little different. I'm patient as hell though. Like especially when I really like somebody, I'm super patient. Like I'm super like we could try to work through this, but
right.
Most of the time, my ex-boyfriend, he was a actually I'm not even gonna say my ex-boyfriend. I don't have any exes. I don't have any of them. Shit. I'm mad that I admitted to my baby daddy, damn it. I wanted to tell niggas that he was a one-night stand. Damn. I'm like, the Breakfast Club interviewed me one day. I'm still say that. I ain't got no exes. If you think you dated me before, it's a dream. That's it.
You get on the Breakfast Club. I'm all in the comments
spamming
spamming this video right here. No, check her out before the Breakfast Club. No, see what she really about.
Oh God.
What she really about, fam. No, check this out.
Yeah, I ain't got no. But a dude that I talked to at one point in time, we'll say that I might have known. He basically to stop being funny. He basically cheated on me, and we was in similar entertainment realms. But I was so hung over him and like in love with him, and I just forgave and did it again, and I forgave and he did it again. And that was the first person I ever stayed with that did that to me that many times. I wound up turning into a crazy bitch. So, yeah, those are more so my, like, it's just like, damn, G, this is wild. I never thought I'd be the girl.
You got some shit to write about. You got some skits.
I do. That's what I'm saying. I got stories. So, like, eventually I'll write a book at some point in my life. But
I just want to
the stories that I have genuinely come from.
I told Lonnie and
you said what?
I told Lonnie and Jamal, I just got to come to Atlanta and be in one skit, fam, and I'm cool. Like, I just want to be in one skit.
That's it. Come on down.
I'm big enough.
If they forget, I'll remember. Yeah, if they forget, I'll remember. I'll write something for you. Hit me up.
That's why I love you, B. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yeah, you real, fam. No.
We both got the gap. We 20.
Oh God.
Gap City.
I'm telling people,
Gap,
man,
Gap
it took me
City,
so long.
bitch.
It took me so long to love this big motherfucker right here, man.
It does.
When it
took
a chick in high
I
school.
wanted to close it at one point.
Hey, me too. Everybody wanted braces. It took a chick in high school to say, "Yo, Gap cute." I didn't need to hear it no more. I was like,
"You was like, what?"
I said, "Are you serious? For real?" And I looked her up and down. I said, "You just changed my life." She changed my fucking life. I was very happy with that. So, what is the end game for you? Like, what do you want to like overall? Like, where do you want to be when it's all said and done? Like, when you're setting your career, where do you want it to be at? Like, what's the end game? Because you do, like, you know, even with our podcast, me and Eric talk about our end game all the time. And it's like, it changes. I know it can change, but what is your end game? Like, it was so crazy to me to talk to like Lonnie and Jamal, and they both had like kind of different end games. I mean, same, but similar, but just different. Like, cause I would think doing skits, like maybe an end game would be like a Saturday Night Live or their own skit show. But it's like, you know, what for you, especially as a Black woman, what is your end game?
My goal has always been to make it to the big screen. I'm trying to be an actress. So that's something that I make sure they know about me up front. I love y'all. I will do these skits with y'all, and I will be down for the team as long as that shit takes. But my channel is more so for me to have a walking, talking reel. of things that I direct. I direct my videos, I edit my videos, I write my videos, and I act in my videos. I don't shoot them because Lonnie and Maura are there, but they do. I learned that from them to learn how to shoot my own videos. So for me, everything about my channel is a reel for me. I've wanted to be an actress for a very long time. So the understanding that I just didn't always understand the talent that I had. Like the art of acting is not acting at all. That's how you're perfect at it. Isn't that for you? When I found that out, the art of acting is not acting at all. So when people like, you should be an actress, the personality, blah, blah, blah. Then it started to come together for me. I was like, oh, wow, okay. Yeah, I like this. I like this a lot. I can do this. So for me, it's to wind up on big screens. It's to wind up as a household name on a TV show or of course, where the world's going, I would prefer to be on like a Netflix or maybe when Tyler Perry creates his own channel, like like he has his own channel to be on a show on a Tyler Perry channel or something like that, or just be in those big productions and plays. It's like Operation. I'm trying to be a household name. So my thing is a little bigger than social media. Not saying that social media is not a thing to get you there, but I'm trying to, acting is a genuine passion of me. Telling the stories of other people is just something that I'm passionate about. So either I'm going to be an author or I'm going to be an actress. And I prefer to act more than I prefer to write.
You're not wrong. You're not wrong at all. No, I love that. That's dope. That's definitely dope. Do you, like you said, Tyler Perry, and I think I've asked both of them this question as well. Like, do you think Tyler Perry gets like thrown under the bus or get a lot of hate for no reason? Especially,
I like him. I just feel like Tyler Perry, like what I hear people say about him, I don't feel that way because I don't look at his movies for that. So I'm more so look at the acting because that's what I care about. So the acting in his movies be fire. They be real good. The actors in his movies be real good.
He put niggas
Other people will say, oh yeah, he left us. You can see the damn light in the back of his shot. I didn't notice it. So I can't say anything about that. But
bullshit. Like they're looking to pick at
yeah, that's exactly how it is. And I genuinely do kind of feel like it's you freezing again.
Oh, I'm sorry. Can you still hear me? Uh-oh. Point Dexter. Can you hear me? We back?
All right.
We back?
I see you, I think.
Okay.
Yep, we're here.
Okay, we back. Okay, we good. All right. Okay, we're good. No, I said I feel like people pick and nitpick at him a lot. Unfairly.
Yeah. Like at first it'd be seeming like it's a thing, like it's okay, it's a good thing, and then eventually it's just like, okay, guys, do we do this with everybody? Like, do we pay attention to? Are we doing this because he's black? Like, are we like hard on him because he's black? It's like, is that
like, what are we expecting out of him?
or like? But I also do hear in the same sentence that people do support him because he's black. So yeah,
I feel it. I definitely feel it.
That's a whole other side.
Man. Well, I ain't gonna hold you up too much longer, man. I thank you for sitting down and talking to me. I want to have you as a guest again. We're gonna just have you as a regular podcast.
I appreciate you.
And we gonna
we gotta come back. I talk about it all. I'm pretty much an open book.
Me too. I like.
Yeah, I'm pretty much open book with the state of what the world is going through now. All the questions you asked today were super relevant. Excuse me.
Yeah.
And prevalent to what's happening in the world. Absolutely. So I feel like you did an amazing job.
Don't gas me.
So
man.
like, but this ain't the last time.
No.
Gang. I want to be part of the gang so bad. I'm not.
I tell all of them like y'all got to be guests again. Like one day I'm gonna have y'all sit down and we're gonna do a panel. I'm gonna have all three of y'all on
yeah.
The but yeah, no, absolutely. I thank you so much.
We can all talk. Look, you gotta get.
I gotta get who?
You gotta get all six of us together.
I definitely do. That'll be fire. That'll definitely be fire.
It's six of us. It's me, Jamal, Lonnie, Tiffany, B-Lynn, and Jay. Six of us.
Okay, so
I'm on. Oh.
B Lynn. Which one is who? B Lynn.
Gotta look her up. B Lynn is from Alabama. She
Yeah.
the one with the country accent.
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's my girl.
Oh, she's funny as a bitch too.
I do not meet too many women that are genuinely funnier than me. She is hilarious. Oh my God.
That's
I just want to give her all her flowers while she's here.
That skit about the best friend is so fucking funny. Like,
yeah, hilarious.
She left out.
Yeah, she's funny like that.
Steven, it came out still fine.
She's funny. And she's a phenomenal actress. So I just feel like everybody. I feel like people hear the way that I see it. Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah, no, I interview her too. I want to, like I said, man, I just thank y'all so much for taking the time to even sit and chop it up with me, man. Like, or us.
Anytime.
Like I said, my partner can't be here, and I'm pretty sure he wants to. He can't wait to, interview you and talk to you.
It's all right. Y'all just let me know when y'all trying to have me back. You know, my hair might look different.
Hey, I love the hair, by the way. It's killing. Red is my shit.
Thank you. Do you?
Yeah. Stop it. Okay. Look at you. Now look at you. See, there you go. There you go.
Red, it do something to me. Keeping it cute.
What you said.
Cute.
What you said. Oh, man, but shout out all your stuff, man. Tell the people where they can find you. Tell them what you got coming up. Shout out anything you want to shout out. This is your time to shine.
Okay. Well, shout out to my son Bryson and God. Because God gave me Bryson, and Bryson keeps me as close as possible to God, because without that, I can't have no patience to deal with his ass. God's in my heart. So that's the first shout out.
Absolutely.
I want to shout out. Hey, look, that's a different conversation. It's my son. He matures me. But I want to shout out the whole team. I'm super appreciative of everybody that I work with. I definitely want to, you follow me on Instagram at TEEKAYY_31. My YouTube is just TK. And my Twitter is TK_. Everything else is the same. So everything else is TK_31, except for my YouTube, which is just TK. And yeah, go ahead and follow. I'm trying to get up on Facebook. So it's still TK_31, I believe.
I see
but just to, get people to look at me. I drop videos every Saturday. So by the end of June, I'll be dropping videos every Saturday and every Wednesday. So that's something to look out for. Nice. I am just trying to be the Jane of all trades. Okay, that's the goal.
Jane of all
trades.
That's a bar. Okay,
the Jane of all trades.
Well, we are Sweats and Shoes podcast, man. Y'all know what the fuck going on. Subscribe to the YouTube for more interviews like this. Thank you so much, TK. You've been nothing short of amazing. Okay, you've been excellent here today, and
thank you. Likewise, you're welcome. We will open arms.
We're gonna definitely work.